Oke, moderator boleh mulai.
Okay, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable Ms. Hoimah, MPD, respectable of supervisor and all my beloved audience. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wa bihi nasta'inu ala umuri dunya waddin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain amma ba'du. Here I will introduce the member of my group. They are Dinda Febriani, Haidar Ma'luf, Dimas Nurlaila Fadilah, Muhammad Ferry Mahendra, Sakinah, Endela Sri Rahayu Sekar Arif. So, first let's thanks to God Allah and all praise to Him, the Lord of the world, who has given us the mercies and blessing until we can until the meeting is pleased. Secondly, peace be upon Him Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who has moved our soul from the bad character to the good one. Thirdly, I will never forget to say thanks to Mr. Chairman, who has given me an opportunity to stand and share a little of my knowledge under the title Definition Paragraph. The first presentation will be read by Sakinah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Definition paragraph. Definition paragraph is a type of paragraph what define two essential qualities of something. While writing a definition paragraph, you aim to inform the reader what something is by providing parts and detail. Such a paragraph should begin with the topic sentence, success with supporting sentence, and end with a well-formulated conclusion. Question of the model. Number one, in each model paragraph, identify the three parts of the topic sentence: topic, category or group, distinguishing characteristic, read the information and chart below first. Number two, which paragraph used the example in the supporting sentence? Number three, which paragraph used facts to answer who, what, where, why, when, and how question. One way to write the topic sentence of a definition paragraph is give three pieces of information. Keyword to think you will define or explain the topic. The alert, category or group to which the word or thing belongs. The distinguishing characteristic that make it different from other members of the category. Jadi, definisi paragraf itu mengidentifikasikan kualitas penting dari suatu paragraf yang bertujuan untuk memberitahu pembaca dengan memberikan fakta yang detail dan jelas. Definisi paragraf ini biasanya dimulai dengan topik kalimat, dilanjut dengan kalimat pendukung, dan diakhiri dengan kesimpulan yang dirumuskan dengan baik. Next slide, Dinda. Topic sentence for definition paragraph. The topic sentence is usually the first sentence of the paragraph because it gives an overview of the sentence to follow. The supporting sentence after the topic sentence help to develop the main idea. The sentence gives specific detail related to the topic sentence. How to write a topic sentence? For one, identify the main point in your piece of writing. Two, write a sentence that connects to your main idea with a what and a why. Number three, use sentence you create as opening statement. Number four, create the first sentence in each supporting paragraph. Number five, use the new information. Jadi kalimat topik itu merupakan biasanya kalimat pertama dari paragraf karena memberikan gambaran tentang kalimat yang akan diikuti. Next slide, Dinda. Example of paragraph. The Underground Railroad. The Underground Railroad was a secret system that helped self-escape from slavery in the United States during the was not a real railroad, rather it was a loosely organized camp of people and safe house. They secret from the south state of the South to the free state of the North and Canada. Three, as the escape traveled mostly on foot at night and had during the day. Free block and some right helped the escape, giving them food, prodding face to right and this direction to the next safe house. Indeed, the Underground Railroad was a remarkable system that helped thousands of souls find safety and freedom. Third, or person or concept, category or group, distinguishing character. The Underground Railroad was kategori or grupnya a secret system. Distinguishing karakteristiknya that helped Stevens escape from the South to freedom in the North during the mine correct is kategori or grupnya itu the quality. Nextnya, of being brave when you are facing something that is dangerous or that you fear. Casual Friday refers to kategori or grupnya the custom. Nextnya, of office works wear casual clothes to work Friday. In supporting sentence, add details that explain the topic more completely. The supporting sentence may give addition, facts telling who, what, where, when, how, or why, and explain of a process, example, or a describe. In the concluding sentence, you may tell why the topic is important, interesting, or unique. The next reading is Ferry Mahendra.
Appositives and adjective clause. Holidays with pagan one origin. Many cultures have holidays that have pagan origins. Nowruz, Iranian New Year, which began on the first day of spring, is one of these. Iranians celebrate the passing of the old year with bonfires and the entrance of the new year with special food. On a special table, they display 7 food with names that start with the letter S in Farsi, the language of Iran. The 7 food represent life, health, wealth, abundance, love, patience, and purity. Other objects representing a good year are put on the table: a mirror, candles, eggs, and a goldfish. Another example of a holiday with pagan origins is Halloween, which is celebrated in the United States on October 31. On Halloween night, children dress up in costume and go from house to get candy. The children dress up as witches, ghosts, black cats, princess, cowboys, Spider-Man, Wonder Woman, or a favorite animal. People also carve frightening faces in pumpkins and put candles inside them at night. All these customs started hundreds of years ago in Ireland and England. There people celebrate the end of the farming season by lighting bonfires, large outdoor fires, to keep away bad spirits that make appear in the night. The Asian, Irish, and English people also dress up as ghosts to frighten away bad spirits. From this example, we can see that many holidays are not holidays at all, rather they developed from pagan celebrations. Jadi di paragraf ini itu menceritakan sebuah liburan di berbagai negara. Ada yang di daerah eh, Irian, eh, Irlandia, Iranian, Inggris, Irlandia, dan ada juga jadi liburan ini bukan hanya sekedar liburan biasa, tapi ada liburan sebagai memperingati hari Halloween, yang dimana anak-anak itu akan menggunakan kostum-kostum yang menyeramkan sesuka hati mereka. Next slide. Adjective clause. Adjective clause are dependent clause. They are called adjective clause because, like adjective, they modify nouns and pronouns. They begin with the words who, whom, which, and that, among others. These words are called relative pronouns, and adjective clause are also called relative clause. An adjective clause joined to an independent clause makes a complex sentence. Because we use adjective clause to give more information about a noun, they are very useful in writing definition. Propaganda is a form of communication that tries to influence people's thinking and action. Latino music, which has many different styles and artists, is becoming increasingly popular in the United States. Said Hawkins, "Day is a day when women can invite men to dancer to go out on a date." Next, a positive. Positive are nouns or non phrases that rename a preceding noun or non phrase. One, they set up a special table on which they display 7 foods with names beginning with the letter S, Farsi, the language of Iran. And two, their people celebrate the end of the farming season by lighting bonfires, large outdoor fires, to keep away bad spirits who make appear in the night. In sentence 1, Farsi and the language of Iran are the same things. In sentence 2, bonfires and large outdoor fires are the same things. The language of Iran and large outdoor fires are a positive. Appositives are very useful in writing definition because they give the reader more information about your topic concisely without a lot of extra words. Next, comma with adjective. Use comma to separate and extra information, a positive from the rest of the sentence. Do not use commas with necessary appositive. Next. Comma rules. Use commas to separate and extra information adjective clause from the rest of the sentence. Do not use commas with necessary adjective clause. Every culture in the world has special day that people observe with traditional food, custom, and events. In this sentence, the clause that people observe with traditional food, customs, and event is an adjective clause modifying the nouns they, since it is necessary to identify which day the writer is discussing. The clause is necessary and commas are not that always introduce a necessary clause. Another example of a modern holiday with pagan origin is Halloween, which is on October 31. In this sentence, The clause which is on October 31 is an adjective clause modifying the noun Halloween. The clause is unnecessary to identify Halloween. It merely gives extra information about it. Therefore, commas are used, which, who, and whom introduce extra information clause. Next reading, Imas.
Okay. Commas with adjective clauses. Identify and bookstore adjective clauses has 4 steps including 1. Step 1. Underline the adjective clauses in the following sentence. Step 2. Draw an arrow to the noun each one modifies. Step 3. Decide whether each one is necessary information or extra information and write me or e on the line. Step 4. Add commas if they are needed. Jadi, identifikasi dan tanda baca klause kata sifat memiliki 4 langkah. Di antaranya, step pertama, garis bawahi klause kata sifat dalam kalimat berikut. Step kedua, gambar panah ke kata benda yang dimodifikasi masing-masing. Step ketiga, putuskan apakah masing-masing merupakan informasi yang diperlukan atau informasi tambahan, dan bisa ditulis tambahan NI atau EI di garis. Untuk step keempat, tambahkan koma jika diperlukan. Complex sentence with adjective clauses. Make sentence with adjective clauses by combining 2 sentences. The modified noun is called the antecedent. Here are some important points about adjective clauses. Step 1. Place an adjective clauses after its antecedent and as close to it as possible to avoid confusion. 2. When a relative pronoun is the subject of the adjective clauses, make the verb in the clause agree with its antecedent. 3. Don't use double pronoun. 4. When you make an adjective clauses, choose an appropriate relative pronoun. Jadi, complex sentence with adjective clauses itu kalimat kompleks dengan klase adjektif. Membuat kalimat dengan klase kata sifat dengan menggabungkan 2 kalimat. Kata benda yang dimodifikasi disebut antecedent. Nah, berikut adalah beberapa poin penting tentang klase kata sifat. Yang pertama, tempatkanlah klase kata sifat setelah antecedent-nya dan sedekat mungkin dengannya untuk menghindari kebingungan. Yang kedua, ketika kata ganti relatif adalah subjek dari klase kata sifat, buatlah kata kerja dalam klase tersebut sesuai dengan antecedent-nya. Yang ketiga, jangan gunakan kata ganti ganda. Dan yang terakhir, saat Anda membuat klase kata sifat, pilihlah kata ganti relatif yang sesuai. Next, adjective clauses with subject pronoun. Klase kata sifat dengan kata ganti subjek. Subjek pronounnya yaitu who, which, and that. When a relative pronoun is the subject of an adjective clauses, choose a subject pronoun who, which, or that. Extra information, people-nya who. Extra information thing yaitu which. Necessary information, people-nya who, that, for informal. Necessary information things yaitu which and that. Who is used for people. Which is used for things. That is used for people and things. Use that for people is informal. Use that in necessary clauses only. Lalu extra information. Contohnya, the noble phrases are named for Alfred Nobel plus he was a citizen of Sweden. The noble phrases are named for Alfred Nobel who was a citizen of Sweden. April Fool's Day is a day for playing ticket on your friend. Plus, it is on April 1. April Fool's Day, which is on April 1, is a day for playing ticket on your friend. Necessary information. The student is from Thailand, plus she got the best score on the last test. The student who got the best score on the last test is from Thailand. The student that got the best score on the last that is from Thailand. Leap day is a special day. Plus, it happens only every 4 years. Leap day is a special day which happens only every 4 years. Leap day is a special day that happens only every 4 years. Next, the read is Arun.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Adjective clause with object pronouns. Object pronouns who, which, that, and noun pronouns. When the relative pronoun is an object in an adjective clause, choose the subject pronoun who, which, or that, or use no pronoun. Extra information, necessary information, people, whom, that, or informal, things, which, that. Whom is used for people informally. Who is used is instead of whom. Which is used for things. That's used for people and things. Using that's for people is informal. Use that necessary clause only. You may emit an object relative pronoun in necessary clauses only. Notice that's an object pronoun is placed at the beginning of the adjective clause before the subject. Next. Extra information. Professor Lee is my chemistry teacher. We saw him at the supermarket. Professor Lee, whom we saw at the supermarket, is my chemistry teacher. Boxing Day is known in the United States. People in Canada, Great Britain, many other English-speaking countries celebrate Boxing Day. Boxing Day, which people in Canada, Great Britain, and many other. Necessary. The person one is my teacher. We saw her at the supermarket. The person whom we saw at the supermarket is my chemistry teacher. The person that we saw at the supermarket is my chemistry teacher. The person we saw at the supermarket is chemistry teacher. The film was long. We saw it last week. The film which we saw last week was long. The film that we saw last week was long. The film we saw last week was long. Jadi ini adalah clause adjektif dengan kata ganti objek. Contohnya, Professor Lee is my chemistry teacher. We saw him at the supermarket. Ini kalimat biasa, lalu diganti menjadi Professor Lee, whom we saw at the supermarket, is my chemistry. Diganti karena di sini tuh Professor Lee itu seperti objek karena menjadi sesuatu yang kita lihat. Next, Haidar.
Objective clauses. Definition. Objective clauses are independent clauses. They are called adjective clauses because, like adjective, they modify nouns and pronouns. They begin with the word who, whom, which, and that, among others. These words are called relative pronouns, and adjective clauses are also called relative clauses. An adjective clause joined to an independent clause makes a complex sentence. That is the mountain that we are going to climb. My blue tennis shoes, which used to be my mom's, were under the bed. Daniel, who was late again to die, sits next to me in English. Clauses with when. You can begin a clause with when to give more information about time. Time, extra information when, extra information when. Next.
Next, dari it is Sinda.
Suara mute.
Sorry. Writing assignment. Choose a word, custom, or holiday from your culture that is probably unfamiliar to an outsider. Write a paragraph to describe in and explain its meaning and or significance. Step 1. Write to get the ideas. Step 2. Organize the ideas by making an outline. Step 3. Write rough draft at the top of your paper. Step 4, polish the rough draft. Step 5, write a final copy. Next. Conclusion. These are the important points covered in this chapter. A definition paragraph explains the meaning and significance of something. The topic sentence of a definition paragraph gives 3 pieces of information. The first is the topic, the second is the large category or group, and the third distinguishing characteristic. And a positive is a noun or non-phrase that renames another noun or non-phrase. A positive can be either necessary information or restrictive, or extra information is non-restrictive. Extra information, a positive are separated from the rest of the sentence by commas. An adjective clause is a dependent clause that modifies or tells more about a noun or pronoun. The first, adjective clauses follow the noun or pronoun they modify. Adjective clauses begin with the words who, whom, which, and that, among others. These words are called relative pronouns. The third, use who, which, and then when the relative pronoun is the subject of its clause. The fourth, use whom, which, that, or non-pronoun when the relative pronoun is an object in its clause. The 5 adjective clauses are either necessary information or extra information. The third, the 6, use commas around information clauses. Jadi ini adalah poin penting yang dibahas dalam bab ini. Yang pertama itu ada paragraf, definisi menjelaskan bahwa arti dan makna dari sesuatu. Kalimat topik paragraf definisinya memberikan 3 informasi, yaitu pertama topik, kedua kategori atau kelompok besar, yang ketiga ciri pembeda. Selanjutnya ada sebuah apositif adalah kata benda atau frase atau kata benda yang mengganti nama kata benda lain. Apositif dapat berupa informasi yang diperlukan atau restriktif atau informasi tambahan non-restriktif. Apositif informasi tambahan dipisahkan dari sisa kalimat dengan koma. Selanjutnya ada klausa atau kata sifat, yaitu klausa dependen yang memodifikasikan atau menceritakan lebih banyak tentang kata benda atau kata ganti. Klausa kata sifat mengikuti kata benda atau kata ganti yang mereka modifikasi. Klausa kata sifat dimulai dengan kata-kata siapa, yang mana, dan itu antara lain. Kata-kata ini disebut kata ganti relatif. Dan gunakan who, which, and that ketika kata ganti relatif menjadi subjek klausanya. Selanjutnya gunakan who, which, that, and no pronoun ketika relatif pronoun adalah objek dalam klausanya. Terus klausa kata sifat adalah informasi yang diperlukan atau informasi tambahan. Gunakan koma di sekitar klausa informasi. Okay, enough our presentation, and the last we say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Yeah, okay, good. Presentation today, group H. Good job ya, selamat. Sebentar. Coba slide yang tadi, jangan di stop dulu slide-nya, nah. Nah, yang slide yang bukan. Slide yang tadi mana ya? Oke, bukan. Yang ketujuh. Coba buka cari 7. Nah, yes, oke. Oppositivis. Nah, apa sih oppositivis are nouns or nouns phrases? The three name. Ada yang tahu nggak? Preceding nouns or nouns phrases. Nouns kan kata benda. Itu maksudnya apa? Banyak yang nggak ngerti nih, nak. Oppositivis. Apa maksudnya? Ada yang tahu nggak? Ada nggak?
Kata benda yang mengubah frase kata benda sebelumnya, Mam.
Ya, betul. Kata benda yang bisa mengubah dari kata benda yang sebelumnya, gitu ya. Nah, di sini coba kita lihat. They set up a special table on which they display 7 food, ya, 7 makanan. Ya, terutama di sini, terutama meja, banyaknya mereka display, ya. Ada 7 makanan dengan nama-namanya. Di sini versinya versi the language of Iran. Nah, sessionnya kita lihat di paragraf berikutnya. Coba H, klik yang S ya. Nah, ini kan kata sifat, koma. Jadi harus diberi koma. Ya, itu menandakan bahwa kalimat itu sampai di situ. Nah, baru adanya with adjective, yaitu dengan adjective itu kata sifat. Kata sifat itu banyak ya, good ya, and handsome, beautiful ya, delicious ya. Nah, pokoknya banyak yang mengandung kata sifat. Ya, sampai sini understand? Next, coba 11. Coba 11. Saya akan jelaskan di sini. Nah, comma rules. Use comma 11. Nah, 9, sorry. 11. Nah, 11 itu adalah adjektif. Masih berkaitan tadi tentang adjektif, kata sifat. Nah, clauses itu apa, nak? Coba Mem tanya, clauses apa? Clause itu apa? Klausa, iya, klausa ya. Ini kata sifat klausa dengan kata benda, subjek, pronouns. Subjek, pronouns ini ada kata penggantinya. Ya, kata penggantinya who, which, and that. Nah, who di sini berarti menandakan bahwa who people, ya, ada extra information who use for people, siapa yang menggunakan untuk orang tersebut, ya. Maka di sini adjective clauses with subject pronouns, ya. Berarti pronouns kata penggantinya apa? Kata penggantinya subjek itu adalah tadi who. Who, siapa? Which, yang mana? Atau banyaknya? Atau yang lain? And that, itu ya. Nah, which use for things? Ya, that is used for people, and things used that for people is informal. Nah, ini klausanya, ya. Kata sifat klausa ini dibuat jika nama kapan dia menggantikan kata ganti si subjek tersebut, ya. yang mana di sini ada kata sifat clausesnya. Anda memilih choose, ya, choose subject pronouns, memilih untuk subjek kata penggantinya itu siapa, atau who, which, and that. 3 itu yang harus Anda pelajari. Oke, coba 17. Ya, oke, 17. Ya. Nah, di sini kesimpulannya, maka didapat these are the important, ya. Di sini sangat penting poin coverage this chapter. Nah, definition paragraph explain. Jadi definisi paragraf menjelaskan the meaning, the significance of something. Ya, betul, sangat signifikan sesuatu yang apa? The topic. Nah, di sini ya, the topic sentence definition paragraph gives 3 pieces information. Nah, ada 3 piece tentang informasi. Pertama, the topic, ya, untuk paragraf tadi, ya, topiknya apa, ya. The first is the topic. Yang pertama adalah topiknya. Second, yang kedua the large category. The large kategori yang mana yang Anda pakai, ya, atau grup, ya, boleh, ya. And then third, yang ketiga adalah distinguishing karakteristik. Dilihat karakternya si subjek tersebut. Paham ya? Pertama topik, kedua kategori atau grupnya, dan ketiga adalah karakteristiknya. Ya. Oke. Sampai sini ada pertanyaan?
Mungkin tidak, Mam.
Hah?
Mungkin tidak.
Oke, lanjut ya. Nah, jadi ini membedakan karakter, ya. Yang pertama topik, diingat-ingat ya. Yang pertama itu topik, yang kedua kategori atau grupnya, yang ketiga adalah perbedaan, distinguishing. Ya, distinguishing, ya. Karakteristik. Itu distinguishing itu perbedaan karakteristik. Jadi perbedaan karakteristik. Nah, oke. Nah, adjective clauses follow the nouns. Kata sifat clauses itu mengikuti kata benda, nouns, atau kata ganti, ya, paham ya? Mereka memodify, ya. Adjective clauses follow the nouns or pronouns they modify. Nah, itu. Jadi kata sifat clauses, ya, follow mengikuti kata benda atau kata pengganti. Pronouns itu kata pengganti, nah, ya. Nah, di sini kata sifat clauses itu menggunakan apa? With the word, kata. Katanya apa tadi? Who, betul? Which and that, ya. Dan among the others dan yang lainnya. Nah, di sini kita gunakan who, which, akan ada contoh masing-masing. Udah jelas ya, gampang ya. Itu saja mungkin saya kira, ya. Cukup sekian, bagus ya. Mem tinggal nunggu link YouTube-nya. Terima kasih, thank you for your attention. Say together, alhamdulillah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, welcome. See you next week.
Ya.